Thank you for joining us, everyone, Wellness Center community. In lieu of all of our classes that we've been hosting here at the center, we're going to post an online video. So just a nice, gentle Hatha Flow class today. We'll start with a little bit of pranayama exercise, which we always do in my classes. So get your mats ready and let's join us for this practice. You can sit up on a little block if you like, or the edge of a cushion or a blanket. And you can go ahead and close your eyes, coming to easy pose. As you close your eyes, start to go inwards, being present with your breath. The back of your eyes soften, the cheekbones and the jaw. Keeping your lips sealed together, separate the molars in the back of your mouth. Starting to listen to the sound of your breath in the back of your throat. At the top of the inhale, pausing briefly. And then draw out the exhale completely. At the bottom of the exhale, just pausing briefly. And then begin again, watching the breath all the way up the front body. Pausing at the top, reaching out through the crown of your head. And then exhaling completely. Letting yourself completely arrive on your mat and ready for your practice. Let's do one more deep breath in here together. We'll start with an alternate nostril breathing exercise called Analoma Viloma. You can take your right hand up. The thumb will push into the right nostril and the ring finger will push into the left nostril. The index finger and the middle finger will push into the center between the brow point. Just getting a slight pressure there. As best as you can, try to keep your chest elevated and your head up. We'll do just a few rounds here. This will create balance in the hemispheres of the brain, a calming effect on the whole body and the mind. So one deep breath in here, both nostrils. And then exhale completely. And we'll inhale through the left. And suspend your breath. Exhale right. Inhale right. Suspend the breath. Exhale left. Inhale left. Suspend your breath. Exhale right. Inhale right. Suspend the breath, last hold. Exhaling left. Release the hand down, inhale deeply. And exhale completely. When you're ready, you can come into all fours to begin our movement. So we'll start in a cat-cow stretch, pressing the palms firmly right underneath your shoulders. You can also try spreading your fingertips even wider apart, really connecting the flat hand to the mat.
And then begin to move with your breath. So exhale to round out through the spine. Inhale to arch the back. Gazing up and in. Again, exhale, round. Inhale, arch. One more time, exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Good. Exhale, coming back to neutral spine. Just take your knees to the outer edges of your mat. Connect your big toe mounds together, and you're going to sit back onto the heels, stretching your arms as far forward as you can on the mat. Pressing your forehead down as well. Your forearms can lift up to be a little bit more active here. And rolling the armpits under. Pressing actively through the hands so that you're pushing back onto your feet. And rolling a little bit side to side, massaging the forehead. And then when you're ready, you can walk your hands over to the right hand side as far as you need to get a stretch on the whole left side of your body. Keep pressing firmly into your hands. If you need a little bit more, you can pick up your left hand and place it on top of your right. And then walking all the way back into the center. And we'll go over to the other side. As far as you need to for a deep stretch on the whole right side of your body. Pick up your right hand and place it on top of your left if you need more. And then when you're ready, bringing it back into the center, picking up onto all fours, and we'll do a little bit of a twist for the upper back. So this will be a movement, a continuous movement. You can tend your right fingertips on the mat or flat hand. We're going to inhale, stretch the left arm up towards the sky. And then exhale, thread the needle, come right through, pausing at the bottom of the exhale. Inhale will take you back up into the center, reach up, stretching up, and then exhale, take it all the way through. Good, one more time. Inhale, stretch up, reach up, and exhale, come through. Just waking up through the upper mid-spine. Inhale, back to the center. And we'll go right away to the other side, either tenting the left fingertips or flat hand. Inhale, reach the right arm up. And exhale, take it through. Pausing at the bottom of the exhale. Again, inhale, come up. Stretch up, reach up. And exhale, come through. And one last time. Inhale, come up. Touch the sky. And exhale, coming through. Inhale, back to neutral. And then spreading those fingertips nice and wide again at the top of your mat. Let's tuck the toes under. Take a full breath in, and then on the exhale, very slowly pressing back to downward facing dog. As you arrive, you can pedal your heels. Give your head a little bit of a sway side to side. Maybe even your hips are moving side to side as well. Just waking up in this full body stretch. Let's take another 3 deep breaths here. Don't worry about your heels touching to the mat. Just keep a deep bend through the knees. Lengthening out through the spine. Rolling the armpits in towards each other. Letting the head go completely heavy. Good. As you take your next inhale, we're going to come high up onto the tippy toes. Bend deep into those knees and then just lightly step both feet to the top of your mat. As you arrive, just let yourself hang. We're going to keep the feet shoulder width apart for now. A micro bend through the knees, and you can reach for opposite elbows. Give your head a little bit of a sway. Yes and no. And then let's lean some weight forward into the knuckle of the big toe. Making sure that the spine feels nice and long here. Let your jawline relax. Maybe even closing your eyes. Let's take another deep breath in. And then exhale completely, letting your arms hang down and just either rolling yourself up or walking the hands up the legs all the way up to standing in Tadasana. You can roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Top of our mats, we'll keep our feet shoulder width apart for our practice today, just keeping a little bit more stability on our mats, making sure that the toes are spreading nice and wide. Hands can be at heart center or at your sides. Roll your shoulders down and back, and then root down into that tailbone. Tuck it under slightly so you're activating the entire abdominal wall. Draw the navel towards the spine. Let's take one breath in here. Exhale completely. Inhale, reach and stretch your arms all the way up. And then exhale, soften the knees and fold all the way, Uttanasana. Take a halfway lift, looking to the horizon. And then exhale, plant your palms and we'll step back to high plank position. Coming right up onto those tippy toes, zipping up through the lower abdomen. And you can even round through the upper back just ever so slightly. Taking another full deep breath in here. And then exhale, we'll lower knees, chin, chest, all the way to the belly. Inhale, slide forward. Nice extension, gentle extension through the spine. Exhale, lower back to your belly. And then one more time, pressing up, cobra. Inhale. Exhale, lowering down. Tucking your toes and pushing back from the knees, downward facing dog. All the way back. And then when you arrive, once again, if you'd like a little bit of movement, you can sway those hips side to side and pedal your heels. Let's take a deep inhale. Exhale completely. Inhale, high up onto the tippy toes. Exhale, bend deep into those knees and step or hop nice and light, top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. And then root to rise, stretch up, reach up. And exhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. On your next inhale, reach those arms up. We're going to hold them up this time, clasping for the left wrist. As you pull up on your left wrist, you're going to tuck your tailbone under, stretch up, inhale, and then exhale, take it over to the right hand side. As you side bend, you can look underneath your left armpit. Engage your quadriceps and keep tucking the tail under. On an inhale, coming back up to the center. And exhale here, relaxing just for a moment. On your next inhale, reach for the opposite wrist. Inhale, pulling up. And then exhale, take it over to the side. Grounding down through the center point in your heels. Maybe looking underneath the right armpit, excuse me. Engage your legs just a little bit more. Take another deep breath in. Exhale. And then use an inhale to come back up into the center. Exhale, swan dive. Come all the way down. And this time we're going to pick up the left foot and step it all the way to the back. Nice long lunge position. Tense your fingertips out to the side. Reach your right arm up. Inhale. And then exhale, twist. One more time. Inhale, stretch up. And then exhale, twist. Inhale back into the center. If you'd like to use blocks in this one, you can, or just simply tense your fingertips. We're going to engage through both legs. Press high up into the tippy toes, the back foot. As you straighten out through both legs, you're going to inhale, halfway lift, and then exhale, pyramid pose. Folding over that right leg. 2 more times. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Last one, inhale. Exhale, fold. Good. And then bending through the front knee and just step both feet to meet at the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, fold. Root to rise, stretch up, reach up. And then exhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. And again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, swan dive, fold. You're going to take your right foot, step it all the way to the back, nice and light. Tense your right fingertips out to the side. Inhale, stretch the left arm up. And then exhale, twist. Inhale, stretch up. And then exhale, twist. Inhale, back into the center. Squaring off those hips, straightening out through the legs. Hands can be on blocks here if you need that, or just temp the fingertips. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. And again, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. And last one, inhale. And exhale. Good, bending through both knees, stepping right foot to the top of your mat, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. We're going to stay in our forward fold this time, interlacing our fingers at the lower back. As you bend your elbows, you can press your palms together to touch. So straightening out through the arms as best as you can. Bend the knees as much as you need to for your belly to rest on your thighs. As we inhale, we're going to sink deeply into this chair pose, reach the knuckles for the back wall and look forward. And then as we exhale, we're going to fold all the way down, straightening out through the legs, arms overhead. 2 more times. Inhale, sit down. Looking forward. Weight in the heels. Exhale, forward fold. And last one. Inhale, sit down, gaze forward. And then exhale, forward fold. Holding here for 3 deep breaths. You can lean some more weight into the knuckle of the big toe for 2. Let gravity take the arms. Good. And then exhale, releasing those arms down. Soft bend through those knees, and this time just rolling it all the way back up into the center. And meeting in Tadasana. And we're adding on to that last sequence. So inhale, stretch those arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Picking up your left foot, stepping it all the way to the back. And twisting, reaching your right arm up, inhale. And then exhale, take the arm over by the ear. One more time, inhale, stretch the right arm up. And then exhale, take the arm over the ear. Good. Inhale, coming back into the center, square off your hips, straighten the legs, inhale. And then exhale, fold over your right leg. Good. One more time, inhale. And then exhale, fold. Good. Now we're going to bend through the front knee and come up into a balancing posture. So taking your right hand out in front of you, the hand can also be on a block. And we're going to stack those hips and come into half moon. Flexing your left foot and then reaching the left arm up towards the sky. Keeping the tail tucked under. Imagine your body fitting between 2 panes of glass here. Taking another deep breath in. Exhale completely. And then releasing that left hand back down onto the mat. And just for a fun little challenge here, see how high you can take your left leg up towards the sky. You're going to reach and stretch it all the way up. If you like a little bit more, you can take your right hand and place it behind the right heel and fold over that leg. So reach and stretch. Take another deep breath in. And then exhale as you release. You're going to take that left foot all the way to the back of your mat. Glue down through the back heel. Heel to arch alignment and windmill up, warrior 2. Right away, take a quick peek on the inside of your right knee. Make sure you can see the inside of the foot. Let's take the right palm to the sky. Inhale, stretch back. Reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior 2. And one more time. Inhale, reverse warrior. And exhale, warrior 2. Take another deep breath in here. Exhale, windmill the hands to the top of your mat. And we'll step this one back to high plank position where we're going to hold. Getting those hands nice and flat right underneath your shoulders. Right up on the tippy toes. Zip up through the lower abdomen. And press the upper back in towards the sky. Take another full breath in here. And exhale, lower yourself all the way to the floor for 5. Hug your elbows tight to your body. 4. Squeeze in 3. Nice and slow 2. And then right to your belly. Inhale, slide cobra, lifting the heart. Coming up any amount. Exhale, lower down. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, sliding up cobra. Nice gentle extension. And exhale, lowering down. Good. Go ahead, tuck your toes under. Pressing back either from from the toes or the knees back to high plank. And then find your downward facing dog. You can walk up your dog if you like. Just pedaling those heels. Take a quick peek at your hands. Get those hands nice and flat. And let's give the head a little bit of a shake, yes and no. And inhale high up onto the tippy toes. Exhale, bend deep into the knees, and then step or hop nice and light. Top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. And then root to rise. Reach up, stretch up. And exhale, Tadasana. Here we go, either side. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. And taking your right foot, stepping it all the way to the back of your mat, nice and light. Tend your right fingertips out to the side. Inhale, left arm up. And exhale, arm overhead. One more time. Inhale, reach the arm to the sky. And then exhale, stretch it up by the ear. Pinky faces down. Inhale up. And then exhale, square off those hips. Hands can be on blocks if you like. Straightening out through the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Drive the back heel up nice and high. One more time. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. And then bending through the front knee. We're coming into that half moon. Stretching your left arm ahead of you. Your left hand can be on a block if you like. And then stacking the hips. Stacking the shoulders. Flexing your right foot as much as you can. And reach your right arm up towards the sky. Pulling into the midline. Let's breathe for 3. Really great for the stabilizers here. And take one more deep breath in. As you exhale, release your right hand back down onto the mat. And then we're going to go into that standing split. So you're going to stretch your right foot up as high as you possibly can. If you want a little bit of an extra challenge, take your left hand behind the left heel and pull yourself in towards that left leg. Reach your right leg as high as you can. Good. And then as you exhale, releasing that foot all the way to the back of your mat, nice and slow. Glue the back heel down. And when you're ready, windmill up, warrior 2. Heel to arch alignment. Inhale, reaching out through the crown of your head. Exhale, sink deep. Left palm to the sky. Inhale, stretch back. Exhale, warrior 2. Do that one more time. Inhale, stretch back. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, wiggle your hands to the top of your mat. Frame that foot. And here we go. We're going to step it back into that high plank. Pausing here. Get right up onto your tippy toes. Planting your hands flat and firm to the mat. Zip up your lower belly. Let's take a full breath in. And we're coming down for 5. Hug your elbows tight for 4, for 3, for 2, and right to your belly. Inhale, extension, lift the heart. Exhale, lower down. One more time. Inhale for extension. And exhale, lower down. Tuck your toes under, take a full breath in and push back either from the toes or the knees. Exhale. And then find your downward facing dog. And take a deep breath in. Exhale completely. And this time, we're just going to take the left foot up to the top of your mat, nice and light. And then we're going to walk the hands the long side of your mat. Turning the toes in ever so slightly so the outer edges of your feet are parallel with the mat. You can walk your feet out a little bit wider if you need to. And we'll start with a twist here, just nice and easy side to side. Take your right hand underneath your face. Inhale, stretch the left arm up without shifting through the hips. And then exhale, lower it down. One more time. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, lower down. One more on each side. Inhale. Exhale. And keeping your hips nice and square. Right arm up. Inhale. And then exhale. Walking your hands back between your feet now. You can take your hands flat to the mat. And then nice long spine. Squeeze your shoulder blades together behind you. Lean some weight forward into the knuckles of the big toes. And then maybe letting the head drop, coming between the legs. Sit bones spreading wide out to the outer edges. Leaning even a little bit further forward as you draw the quadriceps upwards. One more deep breath in. And then nice and easy, just walking it back up into the center. Taking your hands to the front of your mat again. And this time we'll just step it to the top of your mat. Feet can be together or apart. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Reaching and stretching up, inhale. And exhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. Okay, we'll do a little bit of a balancing sequence from here. So picking up your right toes and spreading them out nice and wide. If you're feeling wobbly at this point, you can go near a wall in your house. So looking ahead of you, finding a focal point, and let's take the sole of the left foot and place it either at the inner shin or right up to the inner thigh for your tree pose, Vrikasana. So your hips are staying nice and square, hands can be at the heart center. And then firm up that leg back into the foot as much as you can. And let's draw the shoulders down. And maybe reaching the arms up. And maybe gazing up. One more deep breath in. Exhale completely. And then just returning your hands back into the center. And knee hugging in towards the chest, tight squeeze. And we'll go right into figure four from here. So you can take that foot and place it above the right knee. Flex your foot a lot. Your focal point now is just at the floor, a few feet ahead of you. You're going to sit down as low as you possibly can. This one's great for your hips, your balance, your stability. Hands can be at the heart center. Or if you want to challenge a little bit more, you can drop your fingertips down onto the floor or maybe some blocks. One more deep breath in. And then nice and slow, just come all the way back up into the center, give your knee a squeeze. And then let's lower it down and a little bit of a shake. And we'll go right to the other side. So again, establishing your foundation, spread your toes nice and wide. And you can glue your foot into the shin, if you did before, or you're going to come right up into the inner thigh. Definitely not resting on the knee joint. And hands can be at the heart center. Watching that right hip dropping and your right knee opening up. And standing as tall as you can and firming up your standing leg. Let your branches grow up towards the sky. Looking up, stretching. And then just gently returning your hands back. And pulling that knee inwards. And then we'll cross the foot. Figure four. Flex your right foot a lot. Pull the toes back towards the knee. And you're going to sit down as low as you can. Maybe the hands come into the heart. Or if you did before, let your fingertips drop down. Nice little hip opener here. Take one more deep breath in. And then smoothly drawing it back into the center. Give your right knee a squeeze. And everything lowers back down onto the floor. Give it a little bit of a shake out. And then come back to the top of your mat. So we're going to keep moving through a little bit of a flow here. And it'll eventually take us down onto our mat for our seated practice. So Tadasana, top of the mat. Roll your shoulders down and back. Here we go. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. And then exhale, plant your hands and step it back to high plank position. We're going to amp this one up just a little bit. If you'd like to follow along, you can. So we're going to take a full breath in and then exhale 3/4 of the way down and then upward facing dog if it's available for you. So lifting up through the chest If this is too much, you can just do an extension and cobra pose. And then exhale, we'll move all the way back to downward facing dog. And taking a deep breath in. Deep exhale. Good. As we transition down onto the mat for our floor practice, I'd like to incorporate just a little bit more core here. So if you can, one at a time, you're going to drop down onto the elbows. The way I'd like to have you do it today is just keeping your palms flat, but if you need to modify, you can clasp your hands together here. So pressing your palms firmly into the mat, and then rooting down into those elbows, walking your feet in any amount. If you need to bend the knees, that's okay. And then pushing your shoulders away from the ears. You can drop the head, or you can even gaze forward. Let's breathe here for 3. Good for 2. And draw your navel tight up in towards your spine. And then walking your feet all the way to the back of your mat. We're going to stay on the elbows for 5 more as we transition to the floor here. So tuck your tail under, root down into those elbows as strong as you can and into the wrists. And we're holding here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Just nice and easy, dropping your hips down onto the floor. You can untuck the toes. So we're going to rock side to side and get the thighs to roll underneath, elbows underneath your shoulders, and then zip up through the lower belly, push into the tops of your feet, and pull the heart up and the head back. You can close your eyes if you like. Imagine the whole front of the body nice and long and open. You can feel free to stay here, work with this extension, or if you know you want to go a little bit deeper, you can press your hands into the mat and straightening out through the arms. One more deep breath in here. And then exhale, lowering nice and easy all the way down. Your elbows will come out. And just for a moment, build a little pillow with your hands, and you can rest one cheek into the mat. You can wag your hips a little bit side to side, just stretching out through the lower back. And then here we go. Coming back into the center, tuck your fingertips underneath, and we're going to push from the knees all the way back into a wide knee child's pose. Pressing your big toe mounts together to touch. This time you're going to be a little bit less active than when we started, so your forearms can drop down. You can even bend through the elbows. Okay. Option 1 is just to stay here, or you're going to take your elbows a little bit closer together, press your palms firm together, and then squeezing the elbows forward as you clasp your hands or press the palms together behind your head. Softening through the back of your heart. And keep sinking back into the heels. And as you finish your next exhale, you can just release and walking your hands all the way back so that you're sitting up on your heels. From here, we're going to come into a seated twist. So you can come into the center of your mat. From Virasana, sitting on the heels, you're just going to drop your bum over to the right hand side. Okay, and then we're going to pick up the left foot and place it on the outside of the right knee, squaring off our hips. So our hips are facing forward, our shoulders are facing forward. Ideally, you're pushing down into this left foot as much as you can. Here we go, beginning the twist. Take your left hand behind you. Reach your right arm up towards the sky. Inhale. And then exhale, you can start by hugging the knee across the body and working your left hand as far back behind you as you can. Feel free to stay here, or if you want to go a little bit deeper, you can hook with that elbow on the outside of the knee, creating a stop sign with your hand. Relaxing your shoulders and your jaw here. One more deep breath in. Bring your gaze back first, then your torso comes around. You can just open up to the other side, just nice and gentle.
And then back into the center. Let's take both legs and kick them out in front. Just give your legs a little bit of a shake here if you like. And folding forward any amount. So your hands can come either to the thighs, the knees, the shins, the ankles, or the big toes if you like. And then relaxing through the spine. Again, feel free to close your eyes if you like. Let gravity take you into your forward fold any amount, keeping your feet nice and active. And let's breathe for 3 more. Inhale, gently make your way back up into the center. And from here, we're going to plant the soles of the feet to the mat. Hands behind you, about forearms length distance behind you, keeping your hands nice and flat. And on an exhale, root down into the 4 corners of your feet and press up. Your chin can stay tucked in. If you feel comfortable enough with the neck, you'll drop your head back. And breathing here, get those hips up. Opening up through the front of your shoulders. And 1 more breath. And then exhale, lowering down. Let's cross those feet. And then we're going to spin over onto all 4s, hands out in front, and step back into our downward facing dog. From here, you can either stay in down dog, breathe here, or come forward into your high plank. Inhale, and then exhale, either descend knees, chin, chest, or chaturanga. Downward facing dog. And coming down to Virasana, and we're going to do that twist on the other side. Shifting over towards the left, and then picking up your right foot, and shifting so that the hips are forward and the shoulders are square. Right hand behind you, inhale, left arm up, and then exhale to begin your twist. Looking behind you, inhale, reaching out through the crown of your head. And then exhale, twist. If you'd like to go deeper, hook the elbow on the outside. And let's breathe here. Cleansing the spine, bringing out the spine is one of the foundations of health in our whole body. Take 1 more deep breath in. And then bring your gaze back, shoulders coming around and opening up towards your left hand side. And then back into the center, extend your legs out in front. And this one we'll just do half time. Any extra flesh out from underneath your sit bones, folding forward any amount. Hands on the knees, shins, ankles, or big toes. Maybe a halfway lift. And then exhale, folding here for 3. Melting for 2. And 1. Inhale, coming up. Counter posture, same thing as you did before, or if you'd like to amp it up, you're going to bring your feet together to touch, and on an exhale, pressing up into reverse tabletop. All 10 toes touch the floor. Again, you can keep your chin tucked in, or letting the head drop back. 1 more deep breath in. And then exhale, slowly releasing. Ground down in through the feet, shifting into the center of your mat. Your arms can be out in front. On the inhale, reach out through the crown of your head. And then exhale, we're descending nice and slow, rolling all the way down onto the back. Bring the soles of the feet together, the hands onto the belly, knees getting nice and heavy. And this is where I'd like to invite you just to breathe. Breathe into the belly, the lower abdomen. Getting all of the breath through the ribs, through the diaphragm. Notice where it's getting inside of your body. Notice the way that the belly presses into the hands, into the palms. If it's helpful for you, you can breathe with the sound in the back of your throat. This
listening to that sound. And then to close, we'll just do a gentle twist on each side, about 3 or 4 breaths. If you'd like to hold this one longer, you're more than welcome to take it into a yin, more of a restorative twist. So your arms will come out like a T, shifting your hips gently towards the left as you drop your knees towards the right. You can assist with your right hand, and maybe your chin moves over towards the left shoulder. I'm just going to hold a couple of breaths on each side. Again, if you have the time and your practice is feeling really good and you have nowhere to rush off to, please take longer on each side for this restorative twist. Otherwise, you'll be back into the center, hips off to the right, and knees to the left. Just a few breaths. Again, just working on unraveling the spine. And then if you're staying longer, working through the final parts of your practice. Otherwise, come back into the center and go ahead and extend yourself out. Starfish yourself onto the mat. Legs wider than the hips. Arms away from the body. And you can even turn your palms up for your posture of receptivity. And you can stay here any amount of time. The goal is to completely and totally relax your whole body. Watching your body rest and sleep. Please stay in your Shavasana as long as you can. Thank you so much for joining us here today.